3,119.93% return on my investment in Fiverr promoted gigs? That can't be right. In today's video, we're talking about Fiverr's new promoted gig system. We'll go through what it is, how it works, and I'll also show you my results from my first month using it. What's up? Josh here again, video producer, presenter, and voice actor on Fiverr, but enough about me. 1. What are promoted gigs? It's a paid advertising tool that enables you to promote your gigs on Fiverr. You can push your gig to prime locations in category pages and search results, which give you more visibility, and in turn, more orders, hopefully. The ad is displayed based on an auction between sellers, and depending on the price you're willing to pay for each ad click. The more you bid, the more likely you'll be placed at the top, and you only pay a fee when buyers actually click on your ad. 2. How do I become eligible for promoted gigs? Firstly, you have to be a level 2 seller or top rated seller. You need a gig in one of Fiverr's eligible categories, linked to this list down below. Gig rating needs to be at least 4.7 stars. The gig needs at least 30 reviews and meet all the standard quality metrics. You can promote as many eligible gigs as you like. 3. Is it expensive? Right now, no, it's pretty new, so therefore the bidding is still pretty cheap. But like with all things like this, it's likely to get more expensive over time. How it works is that you bid the amount that you're willing to pay for each click. You only pay the minimum amount you need in order to beat the next gig in line. And Fiverr makes this easy by offering a suggested amount for you to bid. You're only charged at the end of the month for all the clicks that your gigs have accumulated, and they take this fee from your Fiverr account balance, which is nice and simple. My experience. Okay, so Fiverr promoted gigs came out during the middle of last year in 2020, and I was invited to try out the system back in July, but I didn't actually make a start with it until the beginning of January this year. So throughout the year last year, I noticed a very slight decline in the impressions and the clicks that I was getting on my gigs. Now, I am pretty confident that my gigs are great at converting potential buyers already, but I just needed a few more eyeballs actually on the gigs. So the new year rolled round and I decided, what the hell, let's give this a go. So I jumped onto the promoted gigs tab and selected 3 of the 5 eligible gigs that I have and set the bids as suggested. So let's dive in and have a look at the results. Okay, so here we are, we're at the back end of my Fiverr account at the promoted gigs tab. I've set myself a daily spend limit of only $5. Just for now, we'll see how it goes. As a total, we had 898 new impressions, 61 clicks, and 6 orders. So that means that I spent $16.46 and that generated me a revenue of $550. As you can see, the 3 gigs that I've promoted here are my main spokesperson video gig, which is actually the very first gig I ever created. Professional voiceover gig, plus my green screen gig. The green screen gig is the one that got the most orders. We got 4 orders, which totaled 395. 2 orders from my spokesperson one. Revenue was at about 155 in total. As you can see here, the voiceover gig did get a few clicks, but I didn't make any revenue. I didn't make any sales. So that tells me that I should probably check that gig out and find out why it's not converting so well. So as you can see, the bids were not that expensive, 70p per click. And actually, just checking it now, we can see that the bidding has gone up. I have to increase my bid this month just to stay relevant. Here we go, 18p, save bid settings. This one's getting expensive. It looks like that it's quite competitive in the spokesperson space, but I'm still winning the bidding here, so hopefully I'm still taking the top spot. So with 61 clicks and 6 orders, that gives me roughly a conversion rate of about 10%. That's pretty good. $16.46 spent, but I've earned $550 revenue, and that totaled 3,119.93% return on investment on Fiverr promoted gigs. That's insane. So according to the figures, it's an absolute no-brainer to try out promoted gigs. But one thing that does kind of skew this data slightly is the fact that I had some of my repeat customers buy my gigs through the promoted feature, which is a bit odd. And I also wonder how many of these orders would have been placed regardless of the ad placement or not. It's quite hard to tell. So would I recommend you try it? Well, yeah, why not? Only if your gigs are already proving to be converting customers. So it would absolutely suck if you spent a load of money on promoted gigs that just aren't converting customers in the first place. So I would say concentrate on making your gigs the best they possibly can be and prove that they are successful before worrying about promoting yours. Also, I believe that if your gig does a good job of selling itself, then Fiverr already gives you a decent amount of traffic, so you don't have to pay for this. So I would say that it's not necessary to use promoted gigs. However, if you're a growing seller and you want to aggressively increase your exposure and ensure that you remain at the top of your category, then promoted gigs is likely to be the future of Fiverr. If you're confident that your gigs will convert customers, then honestly, you've not got much to lose. At this stage, the cost is quite literally cents. Hey, thanks for watching this one, guys. Let me know what you think of promoted gigs as well down below. Have you tried it yet? Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.